Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. This is the captain speaking. Just about ready to depart. We should be away on schedule in the next couple of minutes or so. Flight time will be 9 hours and 40 minutes. We'll eventually reach a cruising altitude of 35,000 feet.
Takeoff never fails to be thrilling. As the aircraft soars into the clouds, it's as though you're watching your entire life pass right before your eyes. All the faces and places you've ever seen, mixed with those you have yet to encounter at your new destination.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we're boarding passengers seated in zones E and F at this time. Your zone number has been indicated in the middle bottom portion of your boarding card. Once again, zones E and F, please, at this time.
The first stop on my journey was in Brussels city centre, located in the vibrant Saint-Gilles district, renowned for its treasure trove of architectural design, notably Art Nouveau. And its assortment of cafes and pubs. There was even a Domino's pizza on the corner by the hotel, where I promptly checked in. But it wasn't the pizza that interested me. It was the free breakfast. I guess we'll skip coffee today. Bonjour.
No card. It's okay.
Okay. Well, good morning. This is my first morning in Brussels, Belgium. And it's a welcomed reprieve. There's a delightful breeze that's very reminiscent of a September morning in New York, or the early fall. It's a reprieve also because of what happened last night, which I'll go into a little more detail about later. I'm now headed onto my first subway or tram ride here in Brussels, the T10. I have to buy my Mobile card, and I'm going to go back to the Saint-Jacques area, and hopefully today is a better day than last night was a night. All right, well, we'll tune in later. Stay tuned. I was going down to the Saint-Jacques area for dinner the other night, and I had gotten a taxi, and I typically had my cell phone in my pocket. I don't know if that's the best place to keep it, but I kept it there, and it was in my jacket pocket, and it was one of these taxi vans. So just as I was disembarking, I got out into the street, the guy closed the door and sped away, and I realized at that moment the cell phone slipped out of the jacket pocket, which was a newer jacket that I had bought for the trip, not something I typically wear. And it fell, I'm sure, into the floor of the rear of the taxi. The feeling of horror is indescribable. Luckily, as I've advised many times, and I will again, especially if you are traveling alone abroad, or even anywhere for that matter in the US, it's a great idea to have two cell phones. I can't really stress this enough. I had a backup where I was able to, first of all, notify my carrier, and they were going to report it as a stolen phone or a lost phone. What I did, and once I had to think, it was like rapid response. Now what do we do? And I had to get over my panic and my sense of dread to be able to make a somewhat competent decision. So I remembered that I had registered both phones on Google Find My Device. I went back to the hotel room. I logged into my laptop, and I was able to see exactly where the phone was located. And it was somewhere in that vicinity where probably the taxi was parked at that moment. The person at the hotel desk, who was just beyond fantastic, she spoke fluent English. She was actually from New York originally, and actually an actress on top of it, and I know one of my own when I meet them. She spoke fluent French perfectly. We called the police. She explained the situation, and we told them we had the location. I had the laptop in front of me. She described to him where it was, and surprisingly, and she really thought it was going to be an exercise in futility, that the police were not going to take time away from other more pressing issues to go track a cell phone or find a cell phone. But they did. And they had called me back on my other phone to let me know that they had found my cell phone, and they actually brought it back to the hotel in the police car. And I was so absolutely overwhelmed. I really wonder in New York if they would have done that. I can't tell you the odds of not getting that phone back or ever seeing it again. And it's one thing to lose the phone, it's a good phone, but I had a lot of personal information on there, as of course, we all do these days. The phone is just another part of a vital organ. It's another liver, another pancreas, another heart, another brain, certainly. I just want to salute the police, la politique of Brussels, and how marvelous they responded to something that may not have been a pressing issue to them anyway, but certainly to me. And it made what seemed like a potentially disastrous experience into something very memorable and very wonderful. And I thank them. A dream walk is a time of reflection. Of finding one's voice in a world that often cannot hear. It's like putting the pieces of a mental puzzle together to form an image of greater clarity. And so achieving an understanding and one's own sense of peace.
Come on, we never be like that. Where is the voice? Guys, it's easy. من المية للمية فلسطين عربية. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. We are here to talk. We never be silent, guys. من المية للمية فلسطين عربية. We are here because we have a protest. This is important. We need all of the people.